The tournament began on the 30th of May 2019 at the Oval in London, between the host nation, England, and South Africa. England batted first and, despite losing their first wicket to the second ball of the tournament, went on to score 311 for 8, with Ben Stokes top scoring with 89 runs. South Africa were bowled out for 207 to give England a victory by 104 runs. Pakistan caused an upset as they beat England by 14 runs at Trent Bridge on the 3rd of June. This was despite Joe Root and Joseph Buttler both scoring centuries in the chase, as they became the first and second batsmen to score hundreds at the tournament. In Cardiff, Jason Roy made the highest score of the tournament so far, with 153, as he was named man of the match in England's 106-run victory over Bangladesh, on the 8th of June. His huge innings was the second highest by an Englishman at a World Cup, following Andrew Strauss' 158 against India in 2011. After a few washouts, Joe Root scored his second century of the tournament and took 2 wickets in England's victory over the West Indies at Southampton on the 14th of June, though the mood was dampened by an injury to Jason Roy, who then missed the next 2 of England's games. In Manchester on the 18th of June, Owen Morgan hit 17 sixes against Afghanistan, a new world record in ODIs, as he top scored for England with 148, leading the host to 397 for 6, the highest total of the tournament. A few days later, on the 21st of June, Lasith Malinga dismantled the English top order, as his 4 wickets helped Sri Lanka defend a total of 232 for only their second win of the tournament. Despite the best efforts of Stokes, who finished on 82 not out, England fell 21 short. On the 25th of June, Australia became the first team to qualify for the semi-finals as they secured a 64-run victory over England at Lord's, with only Ben Stokes, 89, able to get anything from Australia's bowling. The result left England needing to win both of their remaining 2 games to guarantee a place for the semi-finals. The return of Jason Roy from injury at the end of June helped England recover, as they emerged victorious by 31 runs against the until then unbeaten India, in a crucial must-win game for the hosts. An opening partnership between Roy, 66, and Johnny Bairstow, 111, was the key factor in the victory, while Stokes scored 79 runs off 54 balls for his 3rd consecutive half-century. The score proved too much for India, despite Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli scoring 102 and 66 by Rat. The final round of group stage fixtures started with England taking on New Zealand on the 3rd of July, with the winner guaranteed a place in the final 4. Another Johnny Bairstow 100 saw England win by 119 runs and qualify for the semi-finals for the first time since 1992. Meanwhile, India cruised to a 7-wicket victory over Sri Lanka off the back of centuries from KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma as they chased down a target of 265 runs. Incredibly, this was Sharma's 5th century of the tournament, the most in a single World Cup. In their semi-final, England took on Australia at Edgbaston on the 11th of July, following New Zealand's defeat of India in the other match the day before. Australia took the unusual move of walking barefoot around the pitch before the match in a bid to create positive energy. Australia won the toss and chose to bat first, but lost 3 of their top 4 batsmen for single-figure scores, 2 of them to Chris Woakes, to reduce them to 14 for 3 into the 7th over. Wicket-keeper Alex Carey was promoted up the order due to his recent form, and, after getting his helmet knocked off by a Jofra Archer bouncer, he scored 46 before being caught by Adil Rashid. As wickets continued to tumble at the other end, Steve Smith top scored with 85 as Australia were bowled out for 223. England took their time to get going in the run chase but was soon making progress, reaching 124 before Johnny Bairstow went for the first wicket. Quick-hitting Jason Roy went 2 overs later to a controversial decision, caught behind off a bouncer that appeared not to touch his bat, but England had already used their review on Bairstow's LBW, and Roy departed for 85 off 65 balls, which included 5 sixes. Nevertheless, England were well over halfway to their target by this point, and an unbroken partnership of 79 between Joe Root and captain Owen Morgan saw them into their first World Cup final since 1992. The stage was set at Lord's on the 14th of July 2019. After New Zealand won the toss and chose to bat first, Henry Nicholls' first half-century of the tournament and a further 47 from wicket-keeper Tom Latham helped the Kiwis to a total of 241 for 8 from their 50 overs. Defending a middling score, the New Zealand bowlers bowled effectively, hampering England's top order, with only Johnny Bairstow managing any productivity with 36. With the loss of their top order, England fell to 86 fourths in the 24th over. However, a century partnership between Ben Stokes and Jos Buttler for the 5th wicket got them back into the game before Buttler was caught on 59. With 5 overs to play, England still required another 46 runs, and the bottom order were forced to bat more aggressively. Stokes managed to keep scoring runs, leaving England needing 15 to win from the final over, 2 wickets still in hand. After 2 dot balls, Stokes first planted a 6 into the stands at deep mid-wicket. On the next ball, the fielder's throw deflected off Stokes' bat as he was coming back for a second run and went to the boundary for an additional 4. However, umpire Kumar Dharmasena awarded 6 runs for that delivery. The final 2 deliveries of the over saw England get a run each, but losing their last 2 wickets going for a second run each time, leaving the scores tied at 241 with Stokes left unbeaten with 84. With the scores tied, the match went to a super over. England returned Stokes and Buttler to the crease, and they handled Trent Boult's bowling to accumulate 15 runs without loss. For New Zealand, Martin Guptill and James Neesham went in to face Jofra Archer needing at least 16 runs to claim the World Cup title. A steady accumulation of runs left New Zealand needing 2 from the final delivery. Guptill hit the ball out to deep mid-wicket and tried to scamper back for the winning run, but Roy's throw into Buttler was a good one with Guptill being well short of his crease. New Zealand finished with 15 runs to tie the super over, but England's superior boundary count in the match and super over combined, 26 to New Zealand's 17, meant they claimed the World Cup title for the first time after 3 previous final defeats in 1979, 1987 and 1992. The game has gone down as one of the greatest ever games in cricketing history, let alone it being the World Cup final. Ben Stokes was named man of the match and later said England's first World Cup victory was written in the stars. Stokes, Roy and Archer were all named in the ICC team of the tournament, along with teammate Joe Root, as the world champions were rightly recognised for their stunning displays on home soil.